letters, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my floor.
Greetings everyone, another mail opening. This time it's some mail from New Zealand with some quite nice stamps there, although they're all stuck on overlapping. They are cancelled, but the cancelled's very, very faint. But yes, I actually remember ordering these, so I have an idea of what they are. It's 2 sets. Now, gonna have to be a little bit careful with one of the sets because some of the images are quite glamorous in a sci-fi way, but it's artwork. Now, let me open this one up. It's especially produced by a company in New Zealand. And some of these are film posters, some of these are comic book artwork, that sort of stuff. But I like alien and sci-fi type stuff. And some of these are very, very nice. This looks like one of the Metalutions from a film. But that's nice. And this one is from the film poster. And I say this one, which I've already shown you, this island Earth, and you can see the creature there. I do like that one. It was one of the ones that I thought led me towards buying this one, because I do like the older ones. This is obviously more common. More recent. This is Star Crystal. But I prefer the older ones. But you get a mix in this one. Extra. This one I don't know. Horror Planet. Not come across that one. This one has a very Japanesey sort of feel over the costumes. Mutronics. Here we have the dark. As with a lot of these film postery type images, the poster is often much better than the film. There we go, the deadly spawn. I bet they don't quite look like that in the film. Not one I've seen. This one I have seen. It conquered the world. The monster on this one is actually quite comical, but I'm sure they thought it would look horrific, but a bit more comical for that one. Yog monster from space. Nope, not heard of this one, but I do love the poster. It's like a giant sort of octopus type creature wrapped around the earth. Alright, Mind Killer. No, I've not heard of this one, but it's quite a gruesomely looking creature. Right, glamour and sci-fi, they do tend to go together. Star Babe. Nope, don't know that one. A Star Crash rings a bell. This one I think I've seen. And here, Wild Planet. Nope, I don't know this one. There's a very there was a lot of films came out of Italy and across Europe, and I wonder if some of these are from that clearly from that lower end of filming, but it doesn't make the films any less popular. Now this one fascinates me, and I'm fairly sure this would be a rip-off of Star Wars. Look at the spaceship up in that corner. That is almost a replica of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. And you can't help but think that somehow someone knew exactly what they were doing when they drew that. The girl from Starship Venus. All of those things where glamour mixes up with sci-fi to try and get people to go and see a film. The girl from Starship Venus. I don't think there's much doubt about this one being Italian. I don't know what that one is, but again, glamour and sci-fi. That will be one of those Italian knockoff cheapy films that they did very, very well sometimes, and some of them can be quite fun to watch. This one I have seen, and is quite a classic. Devil Girl from Mars. All that lovely colour for a black and white film. I've seen this one a couple of times. It's quite a popular one. Oh dear, right. We're getting down back into the glamour factor again. It's amazing how science fiction and glamour mixed up. Yes. Also interesting that the requirement for people to wear clothing in space was restricted. They came from beyond space. No, another one that I don't remember. In the 31st century, man finally created a machine. Galaxenia. Oh, that looks more like a sort of book than a... But I assume that's a film. It might be a book cover. There's no real indication of the source of these images on these cards. They all have a standard reverse printing. The astounding she-monster, a creature from beyond the stars. It's a nice set, this one. This one I do like, the green slime, invaders from beyond the stars. It's a stunning picture, this one. Very nice. It's a lovely set. That's one. It's based on sci-fi film, and the other one was very similar. Let me just get that last bit of that open. So, yeah, it's the same reverse side as the others, from the same people. And the reverse side for both of these sets is basically just this. Very nice, a basic setup for a postcard with a little bit of character to it. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. Right, the robots are coming. Now this looks more book, magazine cover rather than a film. I think that's more of a magazine. The old sci-fi of the 50s and 60s and earlier, but robots were a big thing. And as we can see, Tobor the Great. It could be a film. but I've not don't know this one. This one I do know, The Day the Earth Stood Still. This is the poster from the original and not the Keanu Reeves remake, but this is a classic film and one that I've seen several times and I do like. In fact, it was on fairly recently on the Talking Pictures channel. Very nice. Almost certainly a book, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I think that's more of a book. A Man from Planet X. It looks like a book cover. Book or magazine, but I think that looks book. One of my favourite films when I was a child was The Forbidden Planet. I loved the robot. And that's the classic poster for that film. On Channel 4 when it first came out, they used to have on a Friday night, used to have worst films. And a lot of them were sci-fi things, and they were films that were awfully made, cheaply made, and as a result could be quite popular for people to watch and laugh at. And this was one of the films that they showed. It was the gorilla suit with the space helmet on, and it's a black and white film. And yes, it is. It is glorious in its awfulness, but that's one to catch out. Looks vaguely book-like to me, that one. German. It's nice though, big robot on the front. Yep. Very, very good piece of artwork. The Invisible Boy. I don't know this one. I've missed this. That's a fun film I've not seen, and that looks very much like the robot from the Forbidden Planet one. Stick that out. Yes. That the same robot? Oh, potentially. Wasn't unusual for robots to appear in more than one film. Once you built something, you spent some money on it, you might as well get some use out of it. I don't know this one. Mission Stardust. Again, there's a mixture of artwork from books, magazines and of films. I think I would go with a book or a magazine for that one, but again, as I say, I could be wrong. This will be a book. A book or magazine. Is that German? Or is that some another language? It's a nice image though. Do like that robot in the middle. This is a film. Target Earth. Another one of those classic black and white ones, I believe. The Colossus of New York is a film. I've seen this one. It's an American one. Almost looks like a giant Frankenstein, but the beams coming out of the eyes. There are some unusual images in here, even of the post films where I know them and I've seen the posters before, but the images are quite good. And no, I'm not holding it upside down, but obviously the astronaut there is upside down in space. Magazine cover, do you think, or a book? If you know, let me know. There we go. Terra nello Spazio. It's got to be one of those Italian, cheaply made movies, I think. This one doesn't ring a bell. Journey to the Seventh Planet in colour. So, but this is a smashing image. I do like that one a lot. Very unusual. First spaceship on Venus. The images on these story sci-fi books, magazines, film posters are stunning. And as I say, quite often they're better, but when the actual, certainly where the films are concerned, the artwork is staggeringly better than some of the films. Battle in outer space, war between the planets. This looks like it was great, but I bet you if you like that the special effects on that one were never as good as they look in that poster, because that's really good. Spaceways, possibly a film. And then you've got Battle Beyond the Sun. In colour, but again, I don't know if that would be a comic book or a magazine. It doesn't look like a film poster to me. It looks more like that's going to be a book or a magazine. Radar Men from the Moon. A Republic serial in 12 chapters. So this would be sort of like Saturday morning cinema for the children type of thing. The robot-like astronaut in the bottom corner looks amazingly like Rocket Man from another TV serial. So I wonder. The Phantom Planet, that'll be a film. "12 to the Moon." First astronauts. As I say, the artwork on all of these is superb. I couldn't resist these when I saw them. If I remember correctly, they were £9 a set. So that's pretty good, I think. Let's see how many colours you've got in this. You've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It looks like there's 23 in there. So even with postage, that was less than 50p a card. And they are, I think, quite superb images. Some of which I've never seen before. So I found those on eBay. It's worth having a little look, see if they're still around. £9 a set. Very, very good value. Very nice. As always, the images will appear in the postcard gallery at the end here, so you can get a better look. And if you want to pause on any of the images, it will allow you to get a better look at them. So until next time, see you later.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my